I will carry you on my shoulders as long as I'm able. Scare the monsters under your bed.
Good morning. Today we are in Denia. This is a coastal town that's very popular with the expats. We've not been here properly now for must be 6 years. We've been in for various tasks, but we've never actually spent a good day looking around here for 6-7 years now. 7 years.
It's 7 years this week since we went to the castle.
Wow. Yeah, one of the things we do on a day do want to do today.
Oh, we're starting off early.
is pop up to, I think you can see it behind me here, the Castle Denia, which is quite impressive. But before we do that, over in the distance here is something. and we haven't got a clue what it is. We think it might be restaurants and shops, but we're going to go and have a look because it looks
it's a really cool shape.
Yeah.
Kind of looks a bit like a boat, but not a boat.
Correct. Let's go and have a look.
Let's
find out. So we're not completely sure. What we think we got here is a load of boating shops, and then we believe Sounders could be some kind of club, maybe a casino or something. However, they do have a number of what looks like bars and restaurants down here, which in the summer I imagine are absolutely gorgeous.
And
heaving and probably very expensive. So apparently this is Zensa Lounge, or going to be. To me, that
very comfy.
No, it doesn't, and it does look a little bit like the Thunderdome from Mad Max. Right, we're now leaving the port because we were getting far too distracted again by boats and everything.
Us? We know.
Yeah,
no,
us,
we never get distracted.
The plan now, we're going to head up to the castle, I think. Instead of having to go all the way around, and I'll show you here on the camera, so instead of having to go all the way around this side of the castle, we believe just over here somewhere, there should be a tunnel through the mountain.
I can't remember exactly where it is, but there is one.
Yeah. We'll find it, I'm sure. I hope. Either that or walking all the way around. Let's go see. So we're on our way to the tunnel, and Alison noticed an absolutely immense mast. Look, we're hoping that when we get up to the top of the castle we'll be able to see it. I can't believe it genuinely is a ship. It just seems too big.
Yeah, but don't you remember there was the really oldie worldy ship with the two really big masts with rigging that was doing the rounds a few years ago?
Maybe.
I wonder if it's something
similar.
like that, or like a training ship or something.
Possibly.
We'll have to go and
we
find
will
out
go and
anyway.
find out, and you will find out with us. Darling.
Yeah.
Where's the tunnel?
I don't know. I'm a little lost.
Yeah.
Is that it?
This could be.
Yay,
there we go.
is.
Right, we weren't sure we were getting this right. I think we said it already.
Having said that, it says to the castle, go that way.
Where's the fun? I want to go through the tunnel.
So we go through the tunnel first and then come back and go
if we need to, yeah. So like Alison said earlier, we came here about 7 years ago, and we knew there was a tunnel through, but we didn't know where it was. And look, when we get in, we will try and take some footage, but it is
very dark,
as you can probably see, very, very dark in there.
Oh, there's lights. There is lights. It just takes a while for your eyes to adjust. Ooh. That is really cool though.
Yeah.
I love that rock.
Wish that I could stay in this moment forever, so I can hold you in my arms. I will carry you on my shoulders as long as I'm able. Scare the monsters under your bed. Deep in the biting, liking for you is all I need. Until my heart gives in, I will do everything I can.
And back into the sun.
Oh, that's bright.
¿Qué llamas esta?
Cimbal piano.
Cimbal?
Piano.
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 Piano, sí.
Piano. Ricordi di piano. Piano.
Piano.
Hay que afinar.
Bien.
Cimbal piano. Romania.
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 Tú eres
Romania.
de Romania. Ah, bien, bien, bien. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Mari.
Marin. Ok. Vale, gracias.
Gracias.
Soy Darren. Y
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
Darren.
David.
Darren.
David.
Alison.
Alison.
Alexander.
Alison.
Alexander.
Gracias. Perfecto.
Being safe using your handbrake.
Good girl. We just stumbled across this. We think this is quite incredible. So what this says in English is "kiss me in the corner," and what everybody has done has kissed the wall right beside it. Shame I haven't got my lipstick on today, darling.
Me either, darling.
Yeah.
But it's a lovely sentiment, and I love the little cat at the bottom, and I also love the grill on there.
This is beautiful, isn't it?
It's lovely.
It still amazes us after 5 years of living here that we see these things almost on a daily basis. Yeah, they're still as beautiful today as the first time we ever saw it.
Yeah, but there's nothing like quaint little streets like
No. We found what looks like an entrance to a castle. Right, so we made it down to the entrance of the castle, and I actually don't remember it being this cheap before.
Yeah,
but
it was.
Was it?
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
€3 entrance, that's it. Do you know what, you can't complain at that. €6 to get into here. Let's go and see what it is. We also believe that at the very top there's a cafe. Now like I said, we came here about 7 years ago and we ate at this cafe, and it's, I mean, spectacular views because it's right at the top. There you go.
She's just pointed out lots of different places to get good views from, and number 26 is the Archaeological Museum. Now, not
there.
the bit down there.
Okay.
And she said that about the cafeteria, so it must be open again today.
Excellent. I was just talking about
And
that.
this bit is an exhibition of some description as well.
What, in here?
Yeah.
Ooh. Let's go and have a look. Okay. What's that? Are we allowed to go out there?
Doesn't say you can't.
Should we go and see?
Yeah.
Who's going first?
I will, because you can catch me.
You can be sharp, mate.
Yeah. Stairs are uneven.
Ooh.
Oh God, this really was not a good idea
So
today.
dark.
This was not a good idea. Still with the vertigo. I'm going to have to come down on my bottom, I think. Oh.
Well, this is tight. Oh, hello.
Oh my goodness. I'd forgotten how fabulous these views are.
What's that? Yeah.
I'd forgotten how fabulous the views are. We're not even at the top, are we?
No. Wow. Do you know what? Look how rough the sea is.
Yeah.
We're clearly a lot more protected here from the wind than we believe, because
Definitely wouldn't want to
sea,
be paddling in that.
that's some big old waves. Over in this direction, hopefully you can make that out, but that's those masts we were talking about. I mean, they dwarf the blooming Great Crane over there. I think they possibly could be a ship. I don't know.
Masts?
Huh?
4 masts?
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder.
We're either going to be very disappointed, get there and find out it's absolutely nothing, or that's going to be a really impressive sailboat, ship. Fingers crossed it's the latter. This exhibition seems to be predominantly sort of paintings and photos, although there are a few bits of armour and pottery over there. Still interesting though. We came here, I don't believe these railings existed, and we were laughing at the health and safety nightmare of falling off the edge there with nothing to hold on to. I don't know if you can see these, but throughout here, if you look across the roof line of this town, you'll see these terraces and seating areas. It's really common in Spain to have that. Even in Percie, where we live, you will find throughout the village numerous roof terraces. From ground level, you just don't see them. definitely spent a lot of money on railings since we were here last.
Yeah.
Because again,
Weren't here.
these are all new, all the way up here. Now, is that because they feel the need to improve their health and safety, or because numerous people... Oh, no.
Oh. Upsie.
Is that what I think it is?
That's bird poo.
Nice.
Good job I've got a tissue in my pocket.
I don't know if I'm going to be holding her hand for any more today. I think that's it.
The hand you hold as well.
Yeah. And I've just gone and dumped my hand on the wall without thinking as well. But I'm good. You think they've was that to stop little kids? little kids base jumping.
Yeah.
God, we shouldn't moan because they have massively improved the health and safety here, but yeah, it felt a little more adventurous, I think, before. Is that bad? Should I really be saying that?
What?
That before they put up all these safety railings, it felt a little more adventurous?
It was more
Natural. No, we're going to slip with natural. That doesn't sound bad.
No, it's not the word I was trying to think of, but I can't think of it. More immersive.
Yeah. Yeah.
More original.
Original. Less metal railings, yeah.
But to be fair, today metal railings are good.
Good for wife, who is
Good.
still, as you probably haven't gathered
vertigo.
already. Yeah, still suffering a bit of vertigo. A lot better,
but
still there.
Yes.
So, I presume what we've now just walked through was probably the original town, because this here behind us looks like the entrance to the main part of the castle.
Yeah.
And it's quite incredible because, like I say, it's actually a really sizable castle. I didn't remember it being this big.
No.
It's bigger than Chateauva
Do you think?
as a total space. Yeah, I think so.
I'm not sure on that one.
No?
Because you've got the two pieces and the bit in between, plus obviously the bit all the way around the bottom that you can't walk round.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right.
But as a
Accessible,
still enclosed,
yeah.
habitable space.
As accessible when you can get to.
Yeah.
There's more
possibly.
space here, but yeah, when I think about it, Alison's right. All the way around the bottom of Chateauva is an outer wall, and you can't really access the space in between.
Not
If that
unless you're
makes
going behind.
any sense whatsoever. To me it does. Hopefully to everyone else it does.
Could have driven up here, look. That might have been safer today. Oh God, look how slippy this is.
Wowzers.
How much that's been used over the years.
That's just like ice. So Alison is going to be very disappointed because we were hoping to be able to get a coffee and a quick bite to here at the cafe. Unfortunately, we've literally just got up here in time for it to close. Bless her. She's going to be gutted. So I was just telling everybody you're going to be very disappointed.
Why? Is it not open?
The cafe is literally just shut.
Oh. Bother.
Oh bother! So we will have to take the
Clean
walk
hand.
down and get some food down at the bottom.
Yeah. We've got a drink, so
Indeed.
I'm not really that bothered.
Right.
But I've got a clean hand, that's all I'm worried
Oh,
about.
you cleaned your hand.
Yes. Sin poop.
Got the bird poop off.
Sin poop the pájaro.
So to give you guys a bit of perspective as to where we are, this set of mountains over here, this is pretty much the mountains that just sit behind Percie where we live, and we're about what are we 45 minutes away from home here. Right, so I believe We're now at the top. And this is what would have been the posh quarters.
Palace of the Count of Denia.
The palace of the who?
Palace of the Count of Denia.
I've got to say, at least we got the right entrance. We took the servants' entrance
We did
rather
take the
than
servants' entrance. I mean, look at that.
the posh entrance.
You wouldn't get a cart up there though.
No,
Just saying.
I suppose if you're posh, you don't necessarily need to be dragging a cart up. You can have your, I was going to call them slaves, but servants I think is the slightly more politically correct title. Okay, so all the masts we saw were from a ship. I think I expected something a bit older, to be fair.
Yeah.
I thought there was going to be like at least an old replica galleon type thing. But that looks very modern. We'll still have to go and have a look.
It looks cool next to the Balearic ferry though.
Yeah. Yeah, Alison was just mentioning the ferry here, by the way. If you ever wanted to get to Ibiza from Spain, Denia is a really good port. The ferries go straight out to Ibiza and I believe Mallorca and Menorca as well, yeah?
I think so.
We did once look at them and we were shocked. It was, what, 8 hours or something? And considering on a good day from over on the mountains over there, you can actually see Ibiza out in the distance. We were shocked it took so long.
Can you imagine making your grand entrance to a soiree?
My grand entrance.
To a soiree on your patio.
You know how clumsy I am, darling.
Yeah.
I never make a grand entrance.
No.
It's more of, oh, hello.
What's in there? Oh, is that the archaeological
I don't know.
thing, maybe?
But it's open, so we shall
Give it a look.
go in.
I'll go this way. Oh,
After you.
thanks. Oh,
Okay.
it's like a wine cellar. You can see how big it is on that photo, can't you?
Yeah. It's, you reckon there's a church?
I would say so, or a chapel of some description with the
Yeah.
fancy roof line. Look how tiny Denia was there.
Yeah, that's my new. Is it me or those houses look like they're almost below the what's the word I'm looking for?
Sea level.
Sea level.
Maybe. Or it might just be an optical illusion.
Yeah.
But I mean, look. Here's your bay.
Yeah.
Can you imagine going back to when it was like that? That would have been incredible.
It's a shame these don't have the dates on them. What have we found?
Just a little angle look.
A little
Extra room.
what has this been used for?
Not a clue.
Again, if this isn't coming out on camera, but this whole ceiling is just
Domed.
curved. Yeah, it's a big dome.
Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon, side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
That's quite interesting.
That's cool.
It's, as you've seen from the video, it's full of
Roman stuff.
old stuff, Roman stuff, old stuff.
Old
I know that doesn't really do it
Say,
justice,
It's
but
full of two less bits of old stuff now.
well, yeah, because we've
They've just
left.
come out.
But it's full of
Roman archaeology.
Roman archaeology, that's probably a better way of putting it. All found around here.
This is actually a new bit. We didn't come this way before.
No, I don't remember being here before.
Perhaps this bit wasn't open.
I mean, they've clearly, as we've said a couple of times already, done a lot of restoration work on this castle over the past few years. Yeah, these seagulls are quite... Oh, bye then. I was about to say they're really brave, but then they fly off. I'm sure they could have made these steps steeper if they tried. Hey, darling.
Yeah, I think we could have done.
God, blimey.
You'll be pleased to get out.
Come.
But the thing is, could have gone that way originally, look.
Yeah.
Let's go this way.
However, today we go the public way.
Yes, please.
That's it pretty much for here.
I believe so.
We're going to head down, probably, I don't know, we might try and get a coffee somewhere. We want to go and see the main square or Plaza Passear Avenue. So we're going to make our way down there now. And yeah,
See you in a
we'll
minute.
see you there. This little area is so beautiful, stunning. I love all these little bars all the way down here. So again,
Very pretty.
very pretty, and there's an open door.
Oh, can we go in?
So we tend to, if there's an open door, we tend to kind of walk through it.
Oh gosh.
Wowzers.
This is dark.
This is very dark, but wow. Okay, well that was unexpected.
Very much so. But very beautiful.
Yeah. Stunning. Open door. Invite. So we've just
Wasn't expecting it to be
had
like
a bit of a oh moment. So one of the really beautiful areas again there is
No, Denia. We're in Denia.
there as well. One of the beautiful areas of Denia is what they call the Glorietta, and apparently they're now renovating this to be the new Glorietta. I don't know what was wrong with the old one, to be fair. I thought it was stunning, but yeah, it's not quite as
Not as
what's
we
the word
remember
of-
it.
yeah, not quite as picturesque as it was before, because they've decided to, well, as you can see, dig everything up. Right, so this is the bit we remember. In the summer, this is literally rammed with people all drinking coffees outside bars. There's a few open today, but it's nowhere near as busy as it is come sort of June, July, August time.
Or March for the
March,
Fias.
for the Fias. Yeah,
Yeah.
we have got a video coming up in the next probably 2 to 3 weeks, I think it is from now, of the Fias. We don't know if we're going to come here to Denia or do the Fias in Gandia, the local town
Yeah.
to us. They're incredible. We won't explain a great deal today, but join us in a couple of weeks and it's spectacular to see.
It is.
Okay, we'll stop. What have you seen?
A shop that looks like it sells posh chocolates, but it's got frappes.
It's the Velour shop.
Well, yeah, so...
Come on. So, Velour, one day I think Alison would like us to go down to a place called Villa Hayosa, if I'm pronouncing that right. And we'll let the kids go by, because there's a bunch of school kids in the local area.
They're waving.
Voila!
Did you hear that? Hello, YouTubers!
So, Alison wants us to go and do a day down in a town called Villa Hayosa, which is just south of Benidorm, because they have the Velour chocolate factory. Now, we've come across the Velour shop, which has got Alison's attention. I'm going to say something here. The only thing I will say is you don't like Velour chocolate.
I'm not keen, no. But that was what actually got my
But it is
attention.
chocolate. What's that? Ah. The new frappes. Okay.
Mocha Loca Frappuccinos.
Indeed. Do you want to go and do a Mocha Loca frappe?
I might quite like a Mocha Loca Frappuccino.
Are they open?
I don't know, shall we see?
Let's go and find
The
out.
lights are on. Is anyone home?
You just can't get through the door.
Which way? It depends which way it goes.
So we're in. Whether or not they're open, because we can't seem to find anybody, but
Here they come.
that's quite normal here, to be fair. Lots of chocolate. Lots of chocolate. But I suppose it is a chocolate shop.
But no Galaxy.
In the Velour shop. Oh.
It's a joke.
It's like walking into Mars and asking if they've got Snickers or a Kit Kat. Okay, change of plan. Apparently, because we want a bite to eat as well, no food available tonight. This afternoon. What is the time? 4 o'clock. No food available at the moment till tomorrow morning. Right, so
We found the masks.
yeah, we've made it back down to the port, and we found the masts.
Wow.
We can't really, or I don't think we can really get a good view of this, but
Well, you have
I'm
to
not
go
being-
through the
yeah,
wow.
I'm not being funny. These are very expensive boats.
Oh gosh, look at that.
Yeah, Parsifal the Third. I don't know if you can see that. We're on the back there. Parsifal the Third out of London. So we're now down at the beach just behind where we've actually parked the car. We thought we'd just pop down here and have a quick look. We're going to go down to the end here because the waves, they look huge.
They are enormous.
We're going to have to go and have a look. Let's wander along and let's see. The sun is starting to set. It's now coming up on 5 o'clock. We've pretty much given up on trying to find some food down this neck of the woods. Being blunt,
It's a little out of our price range.
it's so expensive. You will easily pay 50-60 euros for a meal here, so we'll go a bit further up north, a bit sort of further down to our neck of the woods, find a restaurant and get a little bite to eat. We've not seen it this rough here before, but there's been this, what do you call it, weather system they've been talking about hitting us for the past couple of days, apparently Arctic weather, and the wind has been really biting for the last couple of days, but as you probably see today, it is still lovely and warm. It's actually been really comfortable, hasn't it, darling, to walk around.
I took my jacket off when we once we left the seafront,
Yeah.
and have had my other jacket off all the time, and I'm still not cold now. My cheeks are
Yeah.
a little crispy. Oh, not crispy.
But like, so what's
chilly.
time? So yeah, it's now dead on 5 o'clock actually, and you can just start to feel the temperature drop just a tiny bit, but it's lovely. Do you know what? I keep waiting for that moment. You're like in those fail videos on YouTube.
When the big wave comes along and swooshes you off.
I just suddenly had that thought.
Yeah, I kind of thought that when you were standing over there.
I promise you, I wasn't as close as it possibly looked. I was trying to be very sensible for a change.
We just missed another humdinger over there, but never mind.
Indeed. Look, I think that's it for this
That's
video.
us.
Yeah, we're going to head home. Probably, we might get a bite to it on the way home. We might just
Have cereal.
cereal. You know, spoil ourselves rotten.
Absolutely.
Again, thank you so much for watching, and
Thank you for joining us.
we'll see you next week. Bye for
Bye.
now.
Deep in the black.